Oh, hello, hello, everybody. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, Nana.
All right. Yeah, how y'all doing today? Um,
Good.
um, you know, my my take on this issue actually, it just looks like you actually came up with this video for just me. Yeah, you came up with this video for me because you're talking about if you live in Africa and you have a business or if you're doing well, it's no need to buy a ticket or buy a passport if you don't have one and travel to America or Europe. Look, let me give you a little bit of story about my life, and that's the situation I'm in right now, and that's what brought me here. Because when I was back home in Ghana, I had my own business. I was doing very well. You know what I'm saying? And there's no need for me to travel to Europe or to America. But one of my friends was telling me, you can do better. You can expand the business if you travel and you work and you make a little bit of money and you come back. So we gave ourselves 4 years, 4 years in America to go back home. I've been in America 22 years. My sister, I've been here 22 years. So, the problem is once you come into the America, the name America is big that the people back home, my brothers and sisters, don't understand that if you don't know the system America, you never been to America and you hear the name, you know, you think that the money is flowing on the trees and what I'm saying, that somebody says you go hit on the wall and the money is what I'm saying. I got people telling me that, but that's not true because they haven't been here. I'm wanting to go home right now after 22 years. But guess what? I stuck here in America right now for the past 22 years because of them bills that you paid. You work hard to make money, but the system is set the fact that you make the money and then you give the money back to the system. So now it's hard for you as an individual to save this money and then pay all these bills. And then you have a family back home that's blowing your phone every day. So it is true that if you are doing well in Africa, there's no place better than Africa. Look what's going on in America. I live in Boston. I went to California and I saw homeless. I was shocked. And when you're telling people that America has a homeless, then everywhere they says, oh, how can Americans have a homeless? And I said, yeah, you don't believe me, but it's true. So look, and then another thing, African Tigers, you were having a conversation with Brother Frank last time. I was at work and I wanted to get involved with the conversation. Our brothers that go home from here also not helping the brothers back home because they go and stand in front of somebody's $100,000 BMW and they take a picture. They go stood in front of somebody's $200,000 house and they go and it says, this is my house. You're not helping the brothers back home. You don't tell them the truth. Because my son working at the airport in Accra right now, and he was telling me today that they lost hope. Like a brother just said, they lost hope. And I said, what do you mean by that? And he says, you remember when you were sick and you went to the hospital and they take care of you. You have money or you don't. They take care of you. And I said, well, wait, don't get it twisted because they're going to bill you for that. They're going to send you a bill. And he says, well, but they take care of you, right? But here, they're not going to take care of you. They want the money in front. So if you don't have the money, you die right there. So those are the things that we're talking about. So that's why we want to come to America. And I told him, no, you don't want to come to America. Trust me. You have a job. And he says, well, the people on the top, they take the money and then the money they're supposed to pay the workers, they give you half the money and they keep the rest of the money. It is true. So, they hear a lot of things about America, but they don't know what's going on. Trust me, I've been in this country and I'd rather be in Africa now. I wanted to leave so bad. I'm just getting ready every single day. Right now, talking to you, I'm still packing my stuff. I'm still packing my stuff. Okay, I want to go home. I'm tired. I worked so hard. Listen, I'm 60 years old. 60 years old. My son is over 30 some years old. And when I left the country, he was only 4 years old. You know what I'm saying? I lost a lot of things. My father has a lot of cocoa land. And when he passed away and I'm not there, everything went all wrong. And it's because of the name of America. So like a brother said, if you, like y'all saying, if you doing well in Africa, you don't need Europe. You don't need America. Okay, because we got a lot of opportunities in America. I know that if I stay back home right now, I can tell you that I will be one of the millionaires in Africa and have the businesses everywhere. But I left it, I sold the business, and then I bought the ticket and I traveled to Europe. And from Europe, I came to America. And then when I get to America, even the people that from America struggle. I work with people that struggle, crying every day, can't even pay their bill. Like right now, the pandemic going on, a lot of people that depend on government, waiting for money, waiting for the second stimulus checks is not coming, and they're crying. I work for a retail store as a system manager, and I see people coming and cry to me every day. You know, so when I look at all that, and I'm like, really? And you know, and you're never going to get to their level. Never going to get to their level if you're black. And I know that I got my brothers and sisters on the platform right now. Listen to me, and y'all know what I'm talking about. I've been working a company for 7 years. But let me tell you something. There's no respect for me as a black man or an African man that worked so hard, delegate, okay, for a company for 17 years. They treat you like you're nobody. And all these things, sometimes I think about it. And then even the money they're supposed to give you, they give you a raise for a penny. A penny, they give you a raise, not even 10 cents, a penny, because you're black. But the other people around you got 25 cents, got $1, got a 50 cents, but they give you 50. I mean, a penny. And you know what they said to you? They said, oh, it's coming from the corporate. So if you want, you can call the corporate. So there's a lot of things that's going on in America. And you're a witness. You can be a witness to that America is not what the people think it is. So we got to be honest and tell the brothers and sisters back home that if you have something going on in Africa, Africa is big. You can go anywhere. Please just stay right there. And let's tell our brothers and sisters, the ones that we hear in America and all over abroad, tell them that it's not the way it is. It's not the way they hear about, oh, America is so, you know, yes, there's a jobs everywhere. You can get a job. But trust me, it's not easy to make it. It's hard. I don't make a 6-figure. I am not a doctor. I'm not a teacher. I am not a police officer. I'm not a firefighter. I don't have a PhD. It's just a high school diploma. That's it. I'm not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So, and then again, I'm going to say this last time, and I'm somebody else to talk, right? African Tigress, African people also depending on the government so much. Why? Because look, I was watching a guy from London. He came to Ghana and started the juice company. Young people think that farming or agriculture belongs to the old people. It's not true. They don't want to get into agriculture. They don't want to get into farming because look, you depend on government so much, then you will say, oh, we have no hope. I wasn't dependent on government. It was tight, but I was doing it on my own because everybody, our people in the globe, our people, our black people, they're all entrepreneur. They're all business people, women, men, children, all business people. So you don't depend on the government and says the government is not making the country better, so I'm going to Europe. No, you got to do something for yourself. What are you doing for your country and for yourself? Don't look at what government's doing because we gotta corrupt the leaders in Africa. Yes, we do. That is a problem we're having, corrupt African leaders. Okay, look at France. France just to sign, just the last month, 2-3 months ago, they signed. I know what you know what I'm talking about, right? They signed a petition that African people now can actually withdraw their money from the France bank or something like that. How long the France been colonized Africa? For years, just 2-3 months ago. Okay, so they make the system that Africans will never develop, and Africans, because they put African on the table like a breakfast when they meet in a Berlin conference 135 years ago. So we got to stand up, and we got to do it for ourselves. We got to do it. We got to, encourage our youths, because I sit here and then see brothers and sisters dying in the sea trying to get to Italy. I've been to Italy. It's not, you don't even want to go to Italy. What are you doing over there? I've been to Germany. I've been to all over the place. If I tell you the countries I've been to, you won't believe me before I get to America. All these places, they don't like you. What are you doing? If you got something going on, brothers and sisters, you listen to me, please stay in Africa. You can make it there. Listen to what a man from England living in Ghana, okay, employs 600 people. Listen to what he said. He said everything in the world is coming from this land. So I don't understand why people leave and go to London and go to Europe. That's what he said. Thank you very much, people.
I have a question before you go. You said you moved to the US 22 years ago. After how long did you realize that it wasn't for you? Was it immediately?
Nope, it wasn't immediately. Thank you. No, it wasn't. It wasn't immediately. You know why? Because when I came in and I was doing 2-3 jobs, I was working 2-3 jobs because I have no wife and I have no children and I have no girlfriend or whatever. Hey, that wasn't my plan anyway. So working 2-3 jobs, don't sleep. Okay, so I worked, I believe it was 14 years. I was in America around 14 years when I realized that there's a lot of things that are going wrong back home, okay, after my father. Because when I came here, I don't remember the year my father and my mother passed away a month apart. But that's why I realized, no, this is not right. I gave myself 4 years and I've been here 14 years. I have to go home. But then when I started saving the money, there's something called 401k. So now I started putting money away 401k. So I took the 401k money and I built a 6-bedroom house. So after I built the house, I said, you know what? It's time for me to go home. Okay, because look, when I left Africa, our president at that time, it was really bad in Ghana. Okay, it was bad because this man was killing people because you can't even say anything. See, here people talk about Donald Trump. They say Trump this, Trump that. No, you say something, the next day, you're just going to get missing. That's it. They will pick you up in the night and they will kill you. And that's why I left Ghana. And that's the one of the reasons why. So it didn't take, I didn't realize it immediately that now I have to go home or this and that. No, it took me a little while because I was making the money. And guess what? There's one thing too. One thing I'm going to talk about it. When you come here and you're making the money, 2-3 jobs and you're getting a paycheck. And if you're not thinking about Africa and you're going to go and spend this money, you spend it buying this, buying that, buying that. You know what? I was doing that. I was doing a lot of buying things I don't need because I'm in America. So after 14 years, I realized that I'm stupid. That all this money I make, I should build like a 500 apartments, like maybe 5-6 store building in Africa. But I wasted all that money. Okay, so after 14 years, it's where I get serious, very serious. I wasn't even in contact with anybody at home. Nobody knows where I was. Okay, so after 14 years, I remember that after 14 years is when I started calling home. My wife that I get married to, she divorced me. She divorced me because she couldn't hear from me. And that's another thing too. I was married. She divorced me because she couldn't hear from me and she couldn't make it by herself. So she left me. You know what I'm saying? She left me till today. She left me. Okay. And so your question is, you know, when I came in here, now it is a 2 year, 1 year or 2 years when I realized, no. African Tigress is after 14 years. And I remember that 14 years after I wasted all the money. I used to work in a hotel. Brothers and sisters online, if you know New York City, there's a biggest hotel in New York City called Astoria Hotel. The second biggest hotel is Marriott Hotel. And I used to work in the Marriott Hotel in New York City. And if I tell you that I didn't make money, I lie to you. And in Manhattan, I used to make a lot of money. 3 jobs. But I wasted all that money. And then after 14 years, it's why I realized that I'm making a mistake. But it's too late. Now, I'm older now. So it's hard for me to work 2 jobs, only 1 job now. Okay. But now I get serious. I can't work 2 jobs anymore, but I can't make that money anymore. So the little money I'm making is what I'm trying to save and live. So I don't know if that's going to answer your question. I'm not sure, African Tigress.
Sure. Yeah, just you said it's after 14 years that you realized, wow. What an experience. Wow. I don't even know what to add to that, but well, maybe that should also be for those ones who are listening with the plans of living. Well, I hope you get to learn something from it.